Hello, my name is Kat and I am addicted to buying swimwear, apparently. Okay, so quick explanation to myself of why I bought so many dang swimsuits. Okay, so first of all, I love swimwear. I grew up on beaches for like 10 years. I was a competitive swimmer for like over a decade. I'm a water baby at heart. I love pools, I love beaches, I love swimwear, I love all of it. And I am moving to Missouri soon to work on my master's program. Yay! On the road to becoming a registered dietitian. Super pumped about it. And one of the things that I am also excited about with moving is that there's actually going to be a public pool. Okay, I've been living in Colorado for the past like 9 years, which, oh my gosh, I've never lived somewhere for longer than that, so it's kind of weird to me. Anyways, here in Colorado, we don't really have a lot of pool space to begin with, so any of the pools around either belong to high schools, so they're reserved for, you know, the high school PE classes, high school swim teams, club swim teams, things like that. They're lap pools. They're not just like splash around, have fun, spend a little time outside in the sun kind of pools. They're just not that kind of pool. You know, they're not open to the public. And any other pools in the space that are more like public are in gyms. So you have to have like a gym membership to go to them. And in places everywhere that I had lived before, there were always like public pools, you know what I mean? Just like a community pool for people to just go like have fun, have a good time, splash around. Usually there was like a family pool and a lap pool and they were separate. Also, I'm aware that there's a cord being really annoying. I have no apologies to offer. It's for my light. I'm sorry. Maybe I did have an apology to offer. Anyways, everywhere that I had lived before Colorado always had a pool where it was like really affordable to either have like a little like membership or like a summer pass to it, so you could just go splash around wherever you wanted, or there was a really cheap like day pass that'd be like $2 a person or something like that. Not so in Colorado. All the other gyms or all the other pools that aren't in like a high school or the like Olympic Training Center or something like that are all in gyms, and you have to have a gym membership to use them. And most of those gyms are like really expensive, like $70 a month kind of expensive. I'm a broke college kid. I don't have that kind of money. And again, they're in gyms, so they're not really like splash around, have fun kind of pools. They're like lap pools for working out or like therapy pools for physical therapy. So I am actually really excited that I'm going to be living somewhere again that has just like a normal like public fun family pool. So I went a little bit crazy and got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, like 16 swimsuits. Yeah, I have a problem. Anyways, I wanted to do like a summer 2020 haul and review. Most of them are from Zaful, but I'm gonna start with the ones I'm the most excited about, which are the Buffbunny and Goddess ones. I was super pumped when I saw Buffbunny was coming out with swimwear. I have been in love with their activewear for a really long time, and then the Goddess one I saw on Instagram and it just really caught my eye. I thought it was just super cute, pretty unique, and I just really loved it. So I was like stalking their website for a while, and then it went on sale and it was like 60% off, and I was just like, yep, I'm getting it. So yeah, and then the Zaful ones, of course, like Zaful is known for being really affordable, honestly sometimes like cheap, you could say. They're not always the best quality, and honestly they're probably not gonna last me much more than a season. Maybe since I have so dang many, they will last me more than a year, just because I'm gonna wear them like so infrequently if I like rotate through some suits. Anyways, so I got a bunch from Zaful, so that's gonna be the majority of this haul. But anyways, I just wanted to share. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the very first piece that I'm gonna be overlaying footage of me trying on. Oh, actually, let's get that out of the way. I'm aware that I have cellulite. I'm aware that I have stretch marks. I'm aware that I have back fat that kind of makes rolls on my back. That doesn't bother me, okay? If it bothered me, I wouldn't be putting this video up on the internet, so you don't need to tell me in the comments, but if you really feel that pull, go ahead, okay? I know it's there. And one other note, if you are ever wondering how like Casper pale I am in this video, I am wearing fake tanner, okay? This is me like 3 shades darker than normal. That's how freaking pale that my butt is, okay? Anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way that like, yes, okay, I have stretch marks and cellulite. That is so very normal. Most people on this planet have some kind of stretch mark and cellulite on their body. It's a very normal thing thing for a human body to have, and it really shouldn't bother you. And if it does, I think you should maybe think about that and why it bothers you so much that people have normal human bodies. Alright, let's get into this. So I'm starting with the Buffbunny stuff, and the first piece that I got is the Vitamin C one piece in Baywatch, which I think is just super, super cute. I really like that it's kind of a monokini because it's got this mesh that goes around the back, so the back is kind of open. Obviously you're still like covered, and then it comes in with these little triangles in the waist, which I think is super cute. And I love red. Red and blue are my two favorite colors, so when I saw this nice bright red, I was all over it. And so let's talk about the seams real quick. Down here for the leg holes, they've got the like inside out really soft stretchy seam, and then up here they've got more like elastic. It's not quite as stretchy and forgiving up the top, which I think is really interesting because pros and cons of those two types of seams that I personally have noticed is the inside out ones are kind of more stretchy. They don't dig into your skin as much, so they're not gonna like dig into your butt and give you like 4 butt cheeks instead of 2. But they also tend to move more. They don't stay in place quite as well. So the suit can kind of go like up your butt a little. This is, on me at least, pretty cheeky. It's also pretty high cut, which I love. I'm here for that. I love things that are high cut. I ain't afraid to show some cheek unless I'm at like a family event or something. So I'm all about it. It does not bother me at all. And then the seams up here, I like that they're gonna stay in place a little bit more because I don't want no boobs flying out, okay? So I actually really like how they have the different seams. This one, just depending on how like high up on your waist you want to wear it, 'cause that's the other thing, is that this seam with the mesh seems to stay in place a little better. So if you wanted to pull it down lower on your hip, you can, depending on how long your torso is, of course. If you wanted to pull it lower, you could. Me, hike it up, girl. Like I said, I like things high cut. So I think you can have just a little bit of adjustability depending on where you put the seam and the length of your torso and stuff like that. But on me, this is pretty high cut. It's pretty cheeky. I don't know if you would quite have to shave your bikini line. Again, I think that just depends on how you're wearing it and your body and just proportions, how long your torso is. But yeah, I usually groom my bikini line anyway, and there are definitely some suits in here that you're gonna want to clean up your bikini line if you want to not show like any hair. If it doesn't bother you, don't bother it. Like, don't worry about it, you know, whatever. Anyways, I also really like that the mesh is really soft, because I know some mesh can be just itchy and kind of uncomfortable, so I really like that this is a very soft mesh. Also, the suit is 2 layers. Let me see if I can pull it apart. There we go. 2 layers of this just soft, sort of slick fabric. It's definitely not the same sort of fabric that would be in like training suits. I was a competitive swimmer, so I wore a lot of like training style suits. It's definitely a little bit softer, a little bit slicker than that, so it's nice and comfy. It feels silky. That's the word I'm looking for, is kind of silky. Maybe not quite that soft, but it's definitely got that like slippy feel to it, and double lined. If you're in really cold water, you're probably gonna still show a little bit of nip, but even in like my training suits that were double lined and had like a, I don't know if thicker is the right word, but it's just like more tension in the fabric, like even in those ones, when you jump into a cold pool, like you're probably gonna be a little bit nippy. Okay, it's just what happens when people jump in cold water. Get over it. I don't know if I'm just like jaded because I did spend so many years swimming, and that just like is not special to me. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's not abnormal to me. Anyways, whatever. I think if it's like chilly to warmer, you'll probably be fine. But if it's like really cold, yeah, you'll probably still show nips. Not as in like a nip slip, just like through the fabric kind of thing. So anyways, love this one. I am really excited to take it for a swim. I did see some girls like water test it in their reviews, and it looked fine. I mean, it might look a little weird when it's drying because it is double layered, so it might dry a little bit unevenly, but that doesn't bother me. So moving on, I got the, oh gosh, I always mix these up. Okay, I think it's the low tide top and high tide bottom. It's either that or it's flipped. But anyways, the high tide, low tide, top and bottom bikini in Onyx. So it's just in black. let's do the bottoms first. Okay, so bottoms, when I first looked at them, I was like, those look kind of small for a medium. Oh, I got a medium in everything, just because that's what size I normally am. However, I have a very small bust, broad shoulders, small bust, and then I'm very like bottom heavy in where my body stores my body fat. So I've got like a big old butt and thighs and hips, so I'm like really in between a medium and a large in the bottom. I don't know, it's annoying, and since I'm planning on losing a little bit of weight just because I have a little extra that I don't need to be carrying around, I'll probably go back to more of like a true medium in my bottom half of my body. But anyways, whatever. Medium and everything. So here is the bottom. Just nice black. It is that same sort of inside out, very forgiving seam, same double lined fabric, same silky feel. There is a seam going right down your booty, which I actually kind of appreciate, because I feel like sometimes swimsuits, when they don't have that, they just kind of, your butt just kind of eats them. I don't know, my butt just kind of wants to eat swimsuits anyways, which is, I mean, again, I'm not opposed to the cheeky look, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but I feel like if it has a seam in the middle, then it actually kind of like keep it centered and not just like have all this fabric bunch into your butt crack. Anyways, it's got the little logo on the back. There's one on the other one too that's on the back as well. And they do sort of kick up, right? If you can see, it's not straight across the top. They do sort of kick up. So again, I like to wear it higher on the hips. That is a look I prefer anyway, and they are cut so that they do kick up a little bit. So I love that. And then the reason I was super interested in this bikini set is because of the, the top. So the top can be worn 1,000,001 ways. Okay, girls have been styling it so many different ways all over their Instagram. If you want to see even more ways than what I did here, go check out. Okay, so this can be worn either with this as the front or as the back. So like I said, you can style it 1,000,001 ways, super versatile. You can wrap these around your body as many times as you want and tie it in just a little double knot if you wrapped it more, or a big old bow if you wrapped it less. Super fun, super cute. And one of the ways that I'll show, because I'm just going to be overlaying try-on footage over this, is where I twisted the, I want to call it the back instinctively, but where I twisted the more like solid panel in the front and made like a really cute just little twist, and I just love how versatile this is going to be. So really excited about this one, and I had a lot of fun already just filming and styling it in a bunch of different ways. So super cute, super versatile, love it. I know some people were complaining or just observing that it was kind of under booby. I didn't really notice that problem, but again, I also like really don't have a lot of boob in the first place, so maybe it's just because my boobs are smaller. But if you do have larger breasts, that might be, if you're uncomfortable with that, or if you just want more support, that might not be quite the style for you, just because some other girls were finding that they had some like under boob happening. So if you're not comfortable or you just want more support, maybe it's not the top for you. And right now, I'm pretty sure most of these swimsuits are sold out on the Buffbunny site. However, because this launch went so well for them, I'm almost 100% certain that they are going to be restocking some or putting out new pieces. So I would not be surprised if that happens. And if you want to keep updated, you can go and like join their email list or just follow their Instagram. Anyways, I'm sure it'll be back. Moving on to the Goddess swimwear piece. So this one, it looks so weird when you just hold it up, because it like relies on all these little like braided parts to give it like tension, right, to hold it the way it's like supposed to be. But it looks so cute on. Like I said, I saw this on Instagram and then was just kind of like stalking their website for a little bit, and it was kind of expensive, so I was like, like not now. And then I saw it go on sale and I was like, boom, mine, like right there, right then, because I knew that I really liked it and really wanted it. So really cute. Again, medium. The top of the swimsuit feels like a little bit loose on me. Again, I don't have a lot of bust to fill out the top and to like hold it in place, so that's just because of the way that my body is and is proportioned. And then on the bottom, it was cutting in just a little bit more than I might like on my cheeks, but again, I'm in the process of losing just a little bit of weight, so I'm imagining that won't be too big of a problem for too much longer. But I still think it is just so cute, and it's reversible too. All of the patterned ones on their website, if they've got pattern on one side, the other side is a solid color, so they're all reversible too, which I really love. Just makes it more versatile, and it's still just super cute, super unique. I really like it. I don't have any like seams coming undone or anything like that. I feel like it's pretty good quality. Apparently they are all hand sewn, which I'm sure contributes to the price of the suit, because normally they are fairly expensive. I mean, I know there's a lot of swimsuits that are just as expensive, if not more, but again, I'm also comparing to like Zaful bikinis. So it was definitely one of the more expensive ones in this haul, but I really like it, really love it. It is double lined because it is reversible, and most of the seams are pretty forgiving as well, where they're not going to be like cutting into your body and making weird shapes that you may not like as much. All right, now we're getting into Zaful, so let's talk about Zaful and fast fashion real quick for a minute, because I know that that is something people are becoming more concerned about and more aware about, which I think is fantastic, and people should be more concerned about it and more aware of it. And here's the thing, I have heard a lot on both sides of the argument for buying fast fashion or not. So of course the big thing that a lot of people are becoming aware of is that fast fashion, a lot of times they're working in countries and in factories where the work conditions are not good at all. They are not even humane sometimes, and where the pay is pretty pitiful. So of course that is a reason to not buy fast fashion, to not support that. However, on the flip side of the argument that I have also heard is that a lot of times that is still the best job available for some of those people who are working in those countries. And unfortunately, a lot of the times the other employment that might be in their area is even more dangerous, like mining activities, where it is more life-threatening and where it might even pay less. So I am aware and am very torn, honestly, on fast fashion or not. And like in my business casual wardrobe that I've built for my internship, I went the non-fast fashion route. And of course, bigger companies that have more expensive clothing can still have inhumane conditions that they're sourcing their clothing from. So yeah, it is a big issue, and I am very appreciative that a lot more people are being concerned about it, and I think it is something that we should be concerned with. But again, there's kind of two sides to this issue. I wouldn't even call it an argument, it's just a multifaceted issue. You know, it's bigger and more nuanced than a yes or no thing. So I am genuinely torn, and so I try not to buy fast fashion very often. But again, I'm also aware that in a lot of places, working in clothing factories might be the best option for someone who is working for a fast fashion company. And the hope is that by buying these items and trading with those companies, that hopefully their standards can improve over time. I mean, if you think about the US, when the Industrial Revolution started, child labor laws had to be put into place for a reason, because they were working children long, horrible hours and putting them in very dangerous situations. But eventually, you know, as the country as a whole accumulated some more wealth and people were able to demand better quality of life and better work hours and things like that, things changed. So the hope is that that same kind of thing would happen in these types of places. Anyways, okay, gonna get off the soapbox about fast fashion and just get into the bikinis. Okay, I say bikinis, but there are a couple of one pieces in here as well. But we're gonna start with this nice kind of, I want to say cornflower blue, but I also have no idea if that's like the right term for this shade of blue. Anyways, we're starting with this really cute blue bikini. This is a ribbed fabric, so it is pretty stretchy and soft. The top is shown as a bandeau style on their website, but I did also tie it a different way. I mean, you can tie it however the heck you want. And also, I feel like bandeaus kind of just make your boobs look weird, honestly. They give you like no lift, so I feel like it just makes them look weird. Okay, even as someone with like smaller boobs who doesn't need the support, like my boobs are fine without it, I feel like it still just like looks kind of weird. Anyways, if you love bandeaus, you rock your bandeaus. Here are the bottoms. Again, that same like soft, stretchy ribbed material. These bottoms are Really stretchy, really pretty forgiving. The top is fully adjustable because it's all self-tie. And they're fairly cheeky in the back, certainly not the like most cheeky, maybe one of the more cheeky ones out of this haul, but they are cheeky. Okay, Zaful is known for having cheeky bikinis, although some of the one pieces I have actually have pretty full coverage, which honestly surprised me. Anyways, really like it. It is very soft. I don't have any issues with this one. I like it tied better when the top set of strings is tied around my neck. I feel like that's just a little bit more flattering on my body, and nice and soft. No issues with the fit. I really like it. I think it's super cute. This next one is a one piece that I have all tangled up. Okay, so I really like this one, mostly because it's red, and like I said, red is one of my favorite colors. Oh, the bandeau does have padding, cup pads, these. In it. I don't think there is a great way to get them out if you don't want them there. I don't see any like hole in the fabric to remove them, so I'm not sure if these ones are removable. This one, on the other hand, has the cups as well, and it does have a little area for you to remove them if you don't want them. Zaful's cups are kind of weird. They're like weirdly small sometimes, and they're really like thick. So sometimes they just look like really obvious because they're not covering your whole boob, and they're like so thick at the edges that it doesn't like seamlessly, the fabric doesn't just like seamlessly cover them. It makes like weird edges and stuff. So there are a couple suits where I just like took the padding out because it just did not look good. Anyways, this one, it is adjustable in the back because the strings run through, so you can adjust if you have like a really long torso and you just need a little bit more length so that it's not going up your butt. You can give yourself a little bit more length in the straps, so it is kind of adjustable. And then I really like how the strings just kind of wrap and tie around your waist so that you can still keep more of, you know, your like hourglass figure, still show that off. And the bottom is more full coverage than some of the other things that I have today. I would call it moderate coverage. I've definitely worn suits with like fuller coverage than that kind of give you, I want to say mom butt, and like that's what I think of, you know what I mean? Just because it's usually like older women who don't want their bottoms hanging out. Not even like old as in older, just not like a young 20-something anymore. Anyways, that I think of wearing the like really full coverage bottom, so I would call that a moderate coverage bottom. Anyways, next one is the cherries one. I just thought this pattern was so super cute, so I had to have it. It is a little bit, it was a little annoying the first time I put it on because the straps came out of these bottom loops when I first put it on, but then I figured out if you just tie a slip knot in the bottom and then put it on, then it can't escape, so you don't have to restring it when it's on your body. And I also like that the bottoms are higher rise. I don't know if I just have like a weirdly proportioned body or what, but I don't feel like something is truly high rise unless it hits the like smallest part of my natural waist, which apparently on me is pretty high because everything else that everyone is saying is like high-waisted. I'm like, this is like moderate rise, guys. And they're like, no, like this is high-waisted. And I'm like, it's not even covering my belly button. I don't know. Maybe I just have like a weird conception of what high rise is. Maybe it's like super high rise. I don't know. I like super high rise things apparently. But anyways, this one is pretty high rise and I like it. It's not too much coverage in the back either because again, I don't really like the way super full coverage bottoms look on my bottom because I just don't think they're as flattering, you know? So it's still not like super wide cut, but it's still really good coverage. You know, like I would wear this to a family event and not be worried about what my grandparents think of me. Next one is so cute on their website, and it's pretty dang cute in person as well. I thought I'm not normally, at least I don't think of myself as normally being into like girlier things. I don't know, maybe I'm just like deluding myself. Anyways, but I saw this and it's like, it's frilly and it's pink and it's pretty girly and it's not like my usual style, but I just thought it was super cute. It cuts down really far in the front, which is just kind of sexy in my opinion. I like it, which is kind of like weird paired with like the frilly girly look, but I don't know. People do that all the time and it kind of works for them, you know? So I really like it. It is pretty adjustable as well because the string that laces up the back, so it looks nice and crisscross in the back, It does go through these top straps as well, so again, if you have a longer torso or even just larger breasts or something like that and you need more room in the top, you can just let it out a little. If you're not, you have itty bitty titties like me, you can just tighten those suckers up. So again, pretty adjustable. No complaints about anything weird sizing wise or anything like that with this one. I like it. Ooh, I think this next one is one of my favorites, honestly. Okay, so it's this cute little black and white number. The bottoms are pretty boring, just white. It is double lined. And most of Zaful stuff has that like inside out kind of seam that's pretty forgiving. So I think you could wear these reversible if you wanted. They are just solid black on the inside. You just cut the tag out, but you can't really wear the top reversible, so I'm probably just gonna wear it like this. It is pretty cheeky in the back. And then the top, I think it's super cute. It has that little crisscross in the front, which, I don't know, I just think it's really cute, and I really like the just solid black and white design. And the straps on this one are adjustable. The bust band is not just the straps. Oh, and this one, I took the stupid pads out right away because they looked awful. So, I mean, again, Zaful is not the most quality of materials. So this white fabric, like you can already see that it looks, like you can see the black fabric behind it, right? So let me, oh yeah, I can show you with my fingernails. Okay, so you see how you can see my hot pink fingernails through it? You could see the paddings so clearly through this fabric that it was just like, it was like a spotlight on your boob of this like white padding that was just like, hi, hello, I am a bra pad. Like, not cute at all. And again, it is double lined, so if it's chilly or anything warmer than that, you're probably not going to be nipping anyway, so I just took those pads out right away. Did not look cute at all. But anyways, other than that little mishap, one of my favorite suits out of this whole haul. It's just super cute. I really like the black and white. I really like the lace up in the front. Moving on to the next suit. Alright, next up we got another one piece. This one is probably going to be like a suntan only kind of swimsuit. So it is white, and unlike most of Zaful's bikinis are double lined throughout the whole like bottom. This one is not, and not only is it not double lined, it is white. So, yeah, you can see my fingernails through it. It doesn't look too bad when it's on, but I have a feeling that the second that you got it wet, it would be like, hi, hello, here is my butt for the world to behold. Like you can see like one of my birthmarks through it, so I'm just like, yeah, no. I don't know. This one I wasn't super happy with. It does come down super far in the front, but I feel like they should have had just a little bit wider of a panel here in the front, because I also feel like I'm 2 seconds away from making the wrong move and having a nip slip. Okay, so, and the other thing is that this seam that runs through it here is meant to be like at your waist, right? Which is one of the smaller parts of your body, and getting that part over my hips and butt was kind of hard. Like I could hear some threads popping and stuff, but then once it got onto my waist it fit fine. So not super happy with this one. Honestly, this one is probably one that I'm not really gonna wear, especially just because of that see-through factor. Yeah, if you do want it, just be aware that if you do have significantly bigger hips and butt than your waist, it might be kind of hard to get on. And you also might want to invest in some like fashion tape or boob tape or something to just tape this inside edge to your skin so that you don't make a wrong move and have something come out that you don't want to be showing people. However, I do appreciate that it comes up pretty high by like your armpit, because I have a suit from Zaful that I got last year that is, okay, so it was deep cut in the front and high cut on the waist, so there was almost nothing on the sides of your body, which means there's almost nothing like holding that suit onto your body. So I do appreciate that this one at least actually has a decent amount of fabric on the side here, but other than that, I don't know, not super happy with this one, not really one that I would recommend. Oh, okay. This one I have been eyeing for a while as well, just because I think the floral print is just so pretty. Come on. Okay. So I thought this print was just super cute. I really like it. It's not quite what I imagined in person, but I have no issues with it. It's still really cute. It's that double lined bottom, so even though this one is white, you can't just like straight up see my fingernails through it like you could with that last suit I showed you. So it is double lined throughout the bottoms. It is pretty cheeky. I mean, it's like with some of Zaful's suits, it's kind of hard to tell like what's the front and what's the back, right? Like they're usually fairly cheeky, and this one is no exception. And then the top on it has some frills on the shoulder straps, and these straps are adjustable. And so it looks like it's fully adjusted, but you could pull this fabric up more and make that frill even more scrunched and then pull it in tighter if you need to. And if not, then you can spread this out and make it looser if you need that as well. And then it's self-tie in the back. Oh, how did the string get all uneven? Anyways, and it's self-tie in the back, so it is pretty dang adjustable, which is really nice because, you know, we all have different shaped boobs and would love to have those boobs be nicely supported. So my only complaint about this one is I feel like the cups are just like a little bit on the small side. I don't know if it's just me, but they just felt like there just wasn't a lot there. Maybe I'll just wear it tighter. Anyways, you can take the cup pads out of this one. There is a little hole for that, and they've just got a nice scalloped raw edge on the side, which I think is just nice and kind of soft and feminine to go with the ruffles and the floral. So yeah, I like this one. Cute, no complaints. And I really like that it's actually fully adjustable on both straps. Next bikini is a nice red one. So here are the bottoms. These are a more moderate coverage as well. And they've got this cute, fun little slit cut out on the front. And then the top I liked because I thought it was interesting. It looks super weird when it's off of you, but here's the tie behind your neck. And this would go on your back, and then it just crosses over. Oh gosh. Just crosses over in the front, and then you just tie it behind yourself. It'll make more sense when I am showing the try-on footage, but super cute, and I just really liked that crossing over in the front look. It does have some threads coming out already, so I'm just gonna trim those and hope that not too many threads are coming out, but otherwise, so far it's fine aside from that. But again, Zaful, I'm not expecting really high quality out of it. I'm expecting something that'll last me a summer. And of course it's got the padding in it as well. It is removable. The bottoms are, I think, double lined. Let me double check. Yeah, they're double lined in the bottom. And again, more moderate coverage than some of their other swimsuits. Ooh, this next one I've been eyeing for a while as well because I love not only the color, it's just really just gorgeous, 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 like electric blue. I love this color. If I could wear this color like in my everyday life more, oh my gosh, super cute. So I really love the color, but not only do I love the color, I really, really like this little like soft point that it makes in the middle of your chest. It's kind of like an underwire bra, but it has like almost like a bit of the cup missing right there. And I don't know why I like the way that looks so much, but I do. So I've been eyeing this one for a while as well. I think it's really cute. This one was interesting because it's like a little bit more structured. This isn't a super supportive wire, but there is a wire in it. The bust band is not adjustable at all, so I wish it were, but the straps are. Also, the bottoms, they have a lining for the front section of the bottom, but not for the back. I don't think it'll be see-through at all. Let's put the neon fingernails behind it. Yeah, I think it'd be fine. However, it is one of the more, I don't think it's quite straight up a thong style, but it ain't that far from being a thong style. So very, very skimpy bottoms. If that's not for you, then I wouldn't recommend these, but I really, really loved the color and the way the top is, so I like it quite a bit. All right, we're in the home stretch here. I've got one more full swimsuit and then some bottoms. So I love marble print. That's one of the reasons why I've been like obsessed with some of the Buffbunny collection stuff, because they had a whole marble launch and it was amazing. And now I have a bikini that is totally marble as well. There we go. So marble, I love marble print. I think it's just super cute. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it, so hopefully I don't know, I really like it. Anyways, so this is all double lined throughout the whole thing, including the back. It is definitely cheeky style, and this one too, and a couple of the other ones, Zaful ones like the blue one I just showed as well, does kick up, so it is meant to be a little bit higher on the hips as well. Instead of being like a straight across thing, they do sort of make that curve up so they can sit higher on your hips, which I really like. And the top is super adjustable. Hello. They've got the pads that you can take out, and the straps that go over your shoulders are connected to this lacing. Oh gosh, come on. Are connected to this lacing that goes back and forth on your back. So again, you've got some wiggle room there. You can adjust the bust band and the shoulder bands with that lace up thing. So I really like this one. I think it is so cute. Cannot wait to wear this more. Plus I feel like the light color against my fake tan and maybe someday a real tan. I don't know, I think it just, you know, makes you look a little bit more tan when you have a little bit of a tan going on. So I like it. I think it's really cute. Yeah, no issues. Nice and stretchy bottoms. They fit me great. I like them. Okay, so the last couple things I have are 3 bottoms, just the bikini bottom. Most of the stuff on Zaful, you get it as a set, which is kind of annoying because then you can't pick a different size between the top and the bottom piece. So if you have a small bust and a big butt like me, sometimes that can be really annoying because sometimes you might think, I might want those bottoms in a large, especially when you're kind of in between sizes like I am right now, but you can't really pick that with Zaful. So that's a little bit irritating, but I did pick up a couple of bottoms just to go with some like older swimsuits that I have, and just because there were styles that I liked and wanted to have, and I can mix and match them with any of the other bikinis in here. So I picked up a couple of those. The first ones that I picked up are the exact same thing in just black and white. They are very high-waisted. I really like where they hit on me because they actually hit at that smallest part of my waist, which I think is just super flattering. I really like the way it looks on my body, and they are moderate to full coverage. I don't think it quite gives you like a diaper butt kind of look, but it's definitely not like super cheeky either. It still has like a little bit of slimness going on down here, whereas some like full coverage ones would have another inch or two of fabric on that part. So they're not like super mom butt, but they're not going to be letting your cheeks hang out either. So, you know, if I wanted to wear some of these bikinis that are cheeky style, if I wanted to wear the top and then pair a different bottom with them, then I'd be more comfortable wearing them at like family events. And again, not worrying about if my grandparents think I'm a hussy. And this one is white and it is double lined, so I'm not as worried. I think if you stretch it, so if you're wearing like a size that's too small for you and you're stretching it a lot, I think you'll have an issue. Maybe. These are also like neon nails. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be pretty comfortable wearing these because they've got that double lining, so I'm really not that worried about it. I do also like that they have that like ruching across the front because, you know, some days you're just not feeling yourself. Some days you're a little insecure. Some days maybe you're a little bit bloated. Maybe it's close to that time of the month, so you may not be wanting to show your stomach as much as you usually do. So I do also like that the ruching on the front is also just a little more like forgiving, a little more camouflage, if you will, for your lower tummy if you're just not feeling super confident that day. You know, just cover up a little bit if you want, and if you don't want to, don't. Same exact thing in the black. Black, I am of course not at all worried about being see-through. It's double lined, it's a dark color, not worried about it at all. You can't even see my neon nails through it. Not worried. Same exact thing, same size, they fit great. I really like them. Oh, okay, so let's talk about this bikini. So this one is a very different fabric from any of the other ones that I've had. Most of them were like pretty silky soft or ribbed and still soft. This is neither of those, okay? It has ribbing, but it doesn't feel anything like this ribbed fabric. It's a lot tougher, I guess. It's not nearly as soft, it's not nearly as stretchy, and the seams on it are not as forgiving either. So let's go over all the problems I have with this suit. I was so freaking disappointed in this one because I thought it was going to be so cute and so sexy because it's one of those like bandage style, I think they call, where it just has like extra straps and it's sexy and it's cute. Okay, like where this would go like over your hip more and these would be sort of, you know, straight across cut. I thought it'd be so freaking cute and I was really excited for this one. Hot freaking mess when I tried it on the first time, okay? Like, it's a hard no for me. And I don't know if it's just because I am kind of in between sizes, but this does not fit, okay? Way too small, not nearly enough like stretch in the bottom to like accommodate me, so it just looked horrible, okay? Like, it was definitely like squeezing my love handles, and like, I know I have love handles, I'm not ashamed of them, but this was like squeezing them between the two straps on your hip and just like really emphasizing them in a way that just was not flattering, and it was just really small. And again, like I said, my bottom half is kind of in between a medium and a large right now, so maybe after I drop some weight they fit a little better, but honestly I don't really think so. So these were like really small, and again, just not nearly as stretchy as some of the other fabrics that they use. And then the top is not adjustable at all. All of it is sewn in place. There is no way to adjust either the shoulder straps or the bust band, and it feels kind of loose, which again, I know I have like small boobs, so if you have like a C or a D, maybe this top would be better for you, but I was just like all around kind of disappointed. The fabric doesn't feel nice. It feels a little bit scratchy even, and just like I said, it's just not soft. And then the seams were just weird, you know, so I was not happy about this at all. But I am wearing this top since it does fit and it's not just like a tight hot mess like this one. And one of the other single bottom pieces that I got, which is not one I would wear to family events. Hello, here she is. Okay, let's talk about her. So, ooh, there's the hair in my eye. Okay, so high-waisted, which I love, ribbed, pretty stretchy and soft. Definitely one that you're gonna want to do some bikini area grooming if you don't want to be showing any hair or anything like that. Very skinny cut. Okay, that's the front, that's the back, real skinny. And again, honestly, because I kind of like to pull things over my hips too, pretty dang cheeky in the back. I really like it. It's a style that I am comfortable with, and if that's the style that you want, then heck yeah, I would recommend this. If that is not the style that you want, then steer clear of this one, okay? So this would not be the one for you. But those are all of them. I am hoping that I'm going to be doing a ton of swimming this summer. I have a trip to Breckenridge with my family coming up, and they've got an indoor pool, so I'm going to be like, which 5 swimsuits am I going to pack for the whole 10 days I'm going to be there? So I'm really excited about most of these. Again, there were a couple here and there that I was saying, not super happy with, like this white one. Probably not going anywhere with me. Anyways, mostly super happy with most of them. Really happy with what I got. Love the colors, love the styles. Not too many complaints here. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and if you want to see some of these swimsuits in the wild, you can go follow me on my Instagram. And thank you so much. Leave any questions or comments below, and I will see you next time.